You ever feel that instant pit in your stomach the second you realize an app just charged you $50 for a subscription you forgot to cancel? Or maybe you bought a game that promised the world but turned out to be a buggy mess that crashes every 5 seconds. Most people just sigh, accept the loss, and move on because they think Apple's refund policy is a black hole where money goes to die. But what if I told you there is a specific, almost guaranteed secret of steps you can take right now to get your money back? I'm talking about a direct path to a refund that works even when you think it's too late. Stick with me for the next few minutes because I am going to walk you through the exact script and the specific buttons you need to click to make sure Apple has no choice but to say yes. First, let's talk about the most common mistake everyone makes. Most people try to go through the App Store app itself, clicking around their profile, looking for a refund button that isn't really there. Or worse, they try to email the app developer directly. Let me tell you right now, do not waste your time emailing the developer. They don't have your money. Apple has your money. They are the middleman, the gatekeeper, and the only ones with the power to reverse that charge. If you go to the developer, they will just give you the runaround for 3 days until your refund window closes. Instead, you need to go straight to the source. Open your browser and type in reportaproblem.apple.com. This is the secret HQ for every transaction you have ever made on your iPhone, iPad, or Mac. Sign in with your Apple ID, and you'll see a list of everything you've paid for in the last 90 days. Now, this is where the strategy begins. You'll see a drop-down menu that says, I would like to. Click that and select Request a Refund. Now, the next part is the most critical step. The menu will ask you why you want a refund. Do not just pick a random reason. If you choose the wrong reason, the automated system might auto-reject you before a human even looks at it. There are 2 magic phrases here that have the highest success rate. The first is, I didn't mean to buy this. This is the gold standard for accidental subscriptions or if a kid got a hold of your phone. The second high success reason is, my purchase didn't work as expected. This is for when an app is glitchy or doesn't do what the description promised. If you select, I didn't mean to buy this, Apple's algorithm is much more lenient. Why? Because they know accidental clicks happen, and they want to keep you as a happy customer who continues to use the App Store. Once you select your reason, hit Next, and you'll see a list of your recent purchases. Check the box next to the one that's haunting your bank account and hit Submit. But wait, we aren't done. That's the automated way, and while it works 80% of the time, we are here for the guarantee. What happens if that automated request gets denied? Or what if the purchase happened more than 14 days ago? This is where the real pro tactics come in. If your request is denied, do not give up. You are going to pivot to Apple Support. Download the Apple Support app from the App Store if you don't have it. It's the blue icon with the white heart. Open it, select your device, and go to Subscriptions and Purchases. Then select Request a Refund. Instead of just following the prompts, look for the option to chat or call. You want to talk to a human being. When you get that person on the line or in the chat, your tone is everything. Be polite, but be firm. Do not say, I forgot to cancel. If you say you forgot, they might say that's your responsibility. Instead, use this specific phrasing. Say, I noticed an unauthorized charge for an app that I do not use, and I would like to request a one-time exception for a refund. The phrase one-time exception is a trigger word in their customer service handbook. It signals to the representative that you are a loyal customer asking for a small favor, and they have the authority to grant these exceptions even if the automated system said no. Another tip if you're dealing with a subscription that charged you for a full year is to explain that you intended to sign up for a trial or a monthly plan and the interface was misleading. Apple is very sensitive about misleading app interfaces right now. If you mention that the purchase felt unintentional due to the way the app was designed, the representative is much more likely to side with you. Now, let's talk about timing. You have the best chance of getting your money back within 48 hours of the purchase. If you wait a week, it gets harder. If you wait a month, it's an uphill battle. But even if it's been 3 weeks, the chat method I just told you about still works. Just remember, once you get that refund, Apple will usually revoke your access to the app or the subscription content immediately. So don't expect to keep using the premium features once the money hits your account. Also, a very important warning. Do not, under any circumstances, call your bank and do a chargeback through your credit card company first. I know it sounds like the easiest way, but if you do a chargeback on Apple, they will often lock your entire Apple ID. That means you lose access to your photos, your emails, your iCloud backups, and every other app you've ever bought. It is a nuclear option that you should only use if you never want to use an iPhone again. Always go through Apple's official channels first. If you followed the report a problem steps, you can check the status of your refund at that same website. Usually, it takes about 48 hours for them to make a decision. If it says pending, just wait. If it says refunded, check your payment method. If you used Apple Pay or a credit card, it might take a few business days to show up. If you used Apple account balance, it's usually there within 24 hours. To recap the master plan, go to reportaproblem.apple.com, select Request a Refund, choose I didn't mean to buy this, and submit. If that fails, go to the Apple Support app, get a human on chat, and ask for a one-time exception because the charge was unintentional or the app was misleading. The reason this works is that Apple values your long-term business way more than the $10 or $20 they made off that one app. They want you to keep buying iPhones and paying for iCloud. They are almost always willing to give you your money back if you just follow the right path and use the right words. Share this with that one friend who is always complaining about their accidental subscriptions, and save this for the next time you see a weird charge on your bank statement. You don't have to be a victim of the one-tap purchase system. Take your 5 minutes, follow these steps, and get your money back where it belongs. Your bank account will thank you. Now go get that refund.